Peace. Welcome to another edition of 4 Fridays Artistic Expressions. We are here live at the Poets Art Gallery, 4510 Walnut Street, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I am one of your hosts for this evening, Jaleel Jordan.
NASSUNNI NotYourOrdinaryPoet. We'll be here bringing you live music, live performances, and live interviews with Majorstudios. We'll be right back. Okay.
Peace. I want to officially welcome you to 4 Fridays Artistic Expressions. I am one of your hosts, Jaleel Jordan. Coming up next, this brother is also a dynamic poet, known throughout the city of Philadelphia, working with the Philadelphia Youth Poetry Movement, keeping it live. By the way, they did just come back from Brave New Voices to Victor. Another year, another championship. But without any further ado, I want you to give a warm 4 Fridays Artistic Expressions. Welcome to Brother Vision.
Sometimes telling where you're from isn't as easy as we let on. You almost always give geographical answers, like you're from North Philly, 22nd Street to be precise. Truth is, you're from the corner of lost love and longing, broken hearts, clipped wings, snake bites, hornet stings. You're from her heart. You're from her heart, from a beautiful, bipolar, wonderful wasteland. Sometimes we only remember the high times, and it's high time to admit you're the king of a castle lost in high tide. But hypermasculinity won't let you. So it's only logical that the third person hides his feeling when the first person gets his heart broken. Sometimes logic can be a bitter beer when you can't tap into emotion. There was nothing logical about love, about loving, about holding on to love and loving to hold on and being blind on purpose and having faith in phantoms and loving someone who doesn't love you back and holding on to hope. Holding on to hoping she's held on to you, to memories, to promises, first loves, chasing childhood dreams to the first reals, real kiss, real longing, real loving, real losing. The first time you thank God for being alive. The first time you love someone more than you loved yourself. Sometimes life can look like a wheel. The faster we move forward, the more it looks like we're going backwards, back to the moment you first saw her, the moment she gave you her number on the back of a picture, the first time you called her, your first date, first kiss, first time she noticed others noticing you, first time she got jealous. You liked it. Your first date, that big prom, the first time she told you she loved you, the ambition that built up in your throat. I love you too. The first time you felt like a man, mimicking your father was unnecessary when you wore her pheromones as cologne. The first time you passed someone your heart unwrapped. Your first time, the first time you piqued your ambition's interest. First time you peeked in caught God's ambition looking back at you out the corner of his eye. First time you realized ambition rarely exists at the top of a peak. It's all downhill from there. The first time she left, went to college, forgot about you in an ocean of newness and uncertainty, but you wound up being the one who drowned. North Philly high school seniors can't swim with Ivy League freshmen. The first time it felt like gravity was jealous of you. They say you become a man the first time your heart is broken. That became the first time you wanted to delay manhood at all costs. The first time you thought, you wished Father Time was a deadbeat dad. You go to college. She comes back under new management, new title, friend, email buddy. You take what you can get, bide your time, trying to be a real friend or a real fool. Sometimes they go hand in hand like your past walks and past times. We become servants to the past sometimes. Sometimes you enjoy dangling on the line between believing in her and belittling yourself. There's a fine line between faith and freedom, fine line between faith and failure, falling, frail, fragile feelings. Sometimes you're not fond of the hypermasculine mask. Men masquerade and it feels like 302 in yourself every morning. Sometimes it's best to stop speaking and using yours and admit it's I. I dedicate this poem to the lighthouses in the chests of men praying their lost loves find their way home when they forget where they're from. To those wishing to never find fragments of hope smashed on rocky shorelines. To the shards of shadows left embossed on the beings of those longing for their first loves. To every girlfriend I've had after you, whose forehead sweat hated the skin on your back. To the news your mother left in my inbox. You got married last week. Damn.
Without further ado, I'm going to get right into our first feature. This brother has, from my point of view, traveled the world with his words, with his skills, with his voice. This is none other than poet, singer, artist, Demetrius Ford, aka Poet D. Give it up, y'all.
This piece is titled, Militant Man Speak. First, I want to tell you that your black skin is not a curse or an ethnic crime. I know it's a lot going on out here, and it's easy to lose sight of who you are. That is who you truly are. And that's why this next one goes out to that militant man. That man you no longer see on the street corner, reminding you of your heritage, how it once was, where you're going. And this is to remind you that some things, not all things, so many things have not changed. Hard-toned, megaphone, marble and concrete bouncing off the sound. Skyscraper buildings complement the projection of the testosterone-based voice that cripples your nerves. With words you may have heard again and again and again. Words you no longer depend on to build your inner strength. Words you no longer depend on to know the length your forefathers went to have their future generations stand tall and not let the color barrier retract, fall back into the laps of those that want segregation back, and you be treated less than moral freedom of a stray dog. Words you no longer depend on to know when, where, why, and how the human chain came about. An invention of bondage transformed into the strategic focal point of the freedom fight. At a time when lynching was on the rise, black boys beat, black boys beat, black boys beat until their facial features were obliterated, and their mothers couldn't recognize the body that lies. Militant man speak about the black man lying under the sheet at a time when this was and still is the white man's revolt and retreat. Militant man speak about the difference between now and then. Militant man speak about how unproductive men become like unproductive women, creating gossip, having domestic arguments. Militant man speak about the difference between now and then and how this past is just around. It is just around. It is just around the corner on any day and any town. Militant man speak about the degradation of this entire rising generation as a foretold revelation, part of the equation of life. Militant man speak. Militant man speak to the young and forgive me while I scream. Forgive me while I scream, for I've seen too many things that makes my spleen unable to release the circulation of those abnormal cells that infects my mind. Forgive me while I scream into the faces of all races while constantly making baby after baby after baby after baby after baby. I'm talking about one girl and a whole team of babies out of non-marital relations, yet we live in a condemnation. The world is paying for the lack of parental morals, the lack of parental monetary means, the lack of parental religious phrases. See, one can't rebel against something or someplace one has never been. Forgive me while I scream about how worlds are fighting for what we get out of democracy. We have all these rights to live as we like, and most of us can barely get it right. Forgive me while I scream, wake up. The world is made of many different things. Forgive me while I scream. Forgive me while I scream. Forgive me while I scream. Young people, black people, all people, what does your future mean? Are you proud of your black skin? Are you proud of your black skin? If you're proud of your black skin, then put your fist in the air. If you care about the beauty in your skin, raise your fist high. And have we forgotten about this? Have we forgotten about the power in the raising of our fists? Stop hating on one another. Love each other. Militant man speak. Militant man speak. Militant man speak. 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 Speak to the young.